Hello everyone. So today I'll be comparing two Turkish bows from AF Archery. Okay, so this is how it looks like. This is actually the more recent model, the AF Sultan, and this is the previous model, Queyue. Both of them are actually the same length. So have a look. Plus minus like half an inch. So they are extremely similar in size. The draw length, even though AF rates them to 32 inch, but technically these bows only draw to 30 inch. You can force it to like 31, 32. Again, it's when you force the bow beyond its optimal draw length, it's actually not that good for the bow. 30 is the optimal draw length for these bows. Forcing it is possible, it's just not recommended, especially on the higher poundages, and also if you live in a hotter climate. If you push beyond 30 inch, the bow is more likely to fail. Alright, so size and draw length is the same, not much difference. In fact, actually, the material is the same. So in Malaysia, I've heard from a couple of customers. They told me this one uses Korean glass because the seller told them so. As far as I know, that is not true. This is actually the China fiberglass. They are laminated. This is laminated, but it's painted on, so it gives a cheap feeling. For some people, it looks cheap because when you paint on it, it looks like a fiberglass bow. So, but if you look at the tip here, you can see that it's actually laminated, and the glass here is somewhat cloudy, so it's a China fiberglass. Whereas this one here is a black glass, but this one is actually available in 4 variants. So you can have a look at the variants on AF's website, or you can ask me. Alright, so the material is the same. Both are China fiberglass. Just maybe clear glass or black glass and then painted over or not. So let's compare in terms of the grip. Okay. Now, when I first reviewed this bow a couple of videos back, I felt that the handle was pretty large, even for my hands. And later on, I realized that my hand is actually larger than most of my other members, male members. So even me, I felt that this handle was pretty large, and when they were holding this bow, it really shows that this handle is extremely big. And when female members hold this bow, it looks ridiculous. This handle is way too big. It is huge. So in comparison, the Queyue handle is significantly smaller. You can see, significantly smaller. So if you have smaller hands, definitely you want to pick this one, because this would look ridiculous on you. My hand is quite large, and I do feel that this is quite big for me. See, I'm not even closing up here, and my fingers are longer than most of my other members. Okay, so this is large. This is very large. If you have big hands, Western archers, big hands, okay, this is fine. For Asian people, I think this is actually quite large. So female members, definitely go for this. Don't go for this. It looks ridiculous. I have members holding it and it looks ridiculous. Alright, so that will be the handle. In terms of arrow pass, I have something to say about the arrow pass. Alright, so on the Queyue model, even the cheapest version like this one here, it uses leather, like proper leather. So it's cow leather, suede here, but it's not the best material. Ray skin is better, but at least this is not too bad, like second class maybe. So it's not bad. It will last you for some time. The arrow pass on this one, in the last video, I didn't shoot a lot, so I didn't know about the problem. And after I lent my members to shoot them, within just one day, I was shocked to find a hole. Let me show the camera. You see there's a hole in the arrow pass, right? There's a hole in there. So I was pretty shocked. Initially, I thought, wow, how the hell did you shoot and created this hole? And after that, after I observed how she shot the bow, she's not at fault. The material is trash, it's garbage. It's some sort of synthetic material over here. It's so bad. It only takes a few shots to destroy this material. It is absolute trash. You might as well not have any material there and it will look better. Okay, so the arrow pass on this bow is garbage. In terms of aesthetics, some people may like the paint and looks cool, subjective. I personally don't like paint on the bow. It makes the bow look cheap. And some of my other customers also have the same opinion. The paint makes the bow look cheap, looks plastic. Might as well just go with just like that, without any paint, just naturally the way it is, looks better. But that's subjective. All right, you judge which one look better, to have the paint or not have the paint. Without the paint, the bow is actually cheaper. The string bridge is the same. It's the same piece of plastic. The length of the sear on the ear part, the end here, is the same length. You can see that it's about the same length. Okay. The shape, however, is quite different. So let me put them next, overlapping each other, and you'll see that the Sultan is actually more aggressive. The sear on the Sultan is more forward pointing. Okay, so you see the Sultan is more forward pointing. So as a result, it stores more energy on this bow. When you draw the Sultan, it does actually feel smoother. It does actually feel smoother. Whereas the Queyue, the draw feel is not as smooth. It feels more stacky towards the back. Both of these are identical poundage, but this one does feel a bit more stacky. This one feels smoother. The Kasan section here of the Queyue is a lot slimmer, shorter and lighter. The Sultan, bigger and longer. Okay, so let's overlap them again and you'll see that. See that? Okay. So when I put them towards each other and compare them, I have the feeling that this one may perform better because very often times energy storage is not a solution. You want a bow that can actually transfer the energy into the arrow, because if you have a lot of energy but you can't transfer to the arrow, that's pointless. So I have a feeling that this is actually going to shoot faster, which is why I decided to compare them. All right, same size, same draw length, material the same, handle a little bit different, arrow pass different, decoration, limb color, you decide which is better. String is the same, string bridge is the same, a little bit different in geometry. I suspect this was faster, and then I tested it just now. I'm going to show you the chrono result later. But yes, this is actually indeed faster. So this one here, the average chrono speed just now that I tested is 164.5 feet per second. Against this one, 160.1 feet per second. So this is indeed a little bit faster. Okay, so you decide which is the better bow to buy, whether you want a smoother drawing bow. Oh, by the way, the hand shot on this one is indeed less because of this very massive grip, very heavy handle here. The hand shot is less on this, is a little bit more on this. But if you were to judge it based on pure performance, this, while it's cheaper, is actually the faster bow by a little bit, not that much. So that's the result. And if you decide which one you want to buy. Fire. Fire. More fire. More
more fire. More fire.